Welcome to today's exciting episode brought to you by iCaptain Media, your go-to platform for all latest updates and insights from the world of cricket. Today, we have the privilege of talking to none other than Mr. Harmeet Singh, player of the United States men's national cricket team. Harmeet has not only represented the United States in international stage, but has also gained extensive experience playing in international franchises across the world. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into Harmeet's cricketing career, his thoughts on grassroots level cricket and development of grassroots level in the United States, and what it takes to succeed at the highest levels. Harmeet is passionate about building a strong foundation for this beautiful game in the United States and believes that nurturing young talents is the key to the country's future in cricket. We are also going to talk about Harmeet's personal experiences, how he has been balancing his international commitments with domestic cricket, and what we can expect from him moving forward. Harmeet will also share how aspiring cricketers in the United States and other associate nations can break into the international scene, drawing from his own journey of hard work, dedication, and constant learning. A big thank you to Harmeet for taking the time to talk to us, especially while he's currently playing in the ILT20 with Sharjah Warriors in the UAE. It is an honor to have you on the show, Harmeet. We cannot wait for everyone to hear your insights and thoughts from the world of cricket. Stay tuned and let's dive into the conversation with Harmeet Singh.
I think for me, like I see USA right now going in the right direction, but again, infrastructure-wise and at the grassroots level, we have a long way to go. For players to play outdoor in the country, the ease of playing outdoor, there's enough talent, and I feel there's a lot of fast bowlers, lot of batters coming through the ranks, a lot of spinners also. But I feel to breed fast bowlers, you need infrastructure. If there's no infrastructure, if there's no proper care for the fast bowler, if there's no proper fitness regimes or diet plans, or if the fast bowler is not in a proper routine of practicing under care, it becomes very tough to bowl at 140 for a longer period of time, which can only happen when they are having utmost care. So I think it's very important that we get to that stage very fast. One is realize that we need to get to that stage, and then two is work towards it. So I think hopefully that happens soon. And with our academy, that's what we're trying in Houston, that we have a trainer on board, we have a nutritionist on board, we have test Ahsan Adil, who's a fast bowler, test fast bowler for Pakistan, and also plays major league for MI. So I think we have the setup. It's just that, again, as I said, infrastructure is the key. So whatever little bit we can give back to the game, we're trying. But again, we can only do so much. But I think there's a lot of scope for grassroots level to grow in the country. The main difference is, cricket being an outdoor sport, we practice only outdoors in India. And I never thought practicing on turf would be like a privilege, which is right now in America. But in India, the ease of being outdoor, ease of practicing outdoor, ease of having a lot of bowlers or players or sidearmers to practice with, and then again, I think coaching we can still get around here, because there are a lot of coaches who have come across to the US now. But again, as I said, the infrastructure, outdoor infrastructure, needs to be built fast enough so that the kids can be outdoors more, no matter how hot or cold it is. But we need to be playing outdoors rather than, unless it's snowing or raining, whatever. But other than that, we need to be playing the sport outdoor, and need to be practicing it outdoor. It needs to be the norm, because I coach a lot of grassroots cricketers in America. So at 19, or at a younger age, I've not seen many athletes in India ever get injured or have any sort of injury. They're like rubber, their bodies are like rubber, and they're just running and doing and everything. And then most of our athletes over here, who are the kids who are growing up now, it's because they're practicing indoors a lot, and indoors is a very hard surface to practice on. So especially the bowlers do get a lot of back injuries here very early in their careers, like 19, 20. I've seen a lot of kids who have back injuries. Even at 15, I've seen kids who complain about knee pain. So all that happens because we practice indoors, and we are mostly, doing that throughout the year. And then as a coach, I would want them to do a lot of repetitions because it's their age to do repetitions, but and not at the same time, not at the cost of them getting injured, right? So it's very like a tough call between them having the repetitions or them getting, close to injury. So that I think is for me the part that we need to get out of as soon as possible. And indoor should be used, but only when there's adverse climatic conditions outside. So you can come indoors, do your skills, and then whenever it's available outdoors, we should be able to do it, because that is the biggest difference I feel, which is there. Plus, as earlier mentioned about the fast bowling aspect, even in early 2000s in India, uh, uh, India was struggling to get fast bowlers like who was clicking 140 or anything. So why we could produce was because once we had the National Cricket Academy in India, trainers from Australia started coming to India and started teaching our trainers how to train fast bowlers or how to train cricketers. And dietitians, nutritionists, everybody started coming, and I was part of NCA during early 2000s. And so then that change I saw in training regimes of cricketers, and all the everything changed after that. And then once that change happened, even the guys who were currently playing international cricket like Zair Khan and all of them, they peaked even later and longer in their career. Ishant Sharma could bowl 140 later in his career. Then Ashish Nehra made a big comeback and bowled 140 again. Uh, then uh, then we got Bumrah and all the other guys who were bowling 140, 150, Varun Aaron and all the other guys. So I think Umesh Yadav bowled for a long time. So that NCA played a big role in how to care for fast bowlers. Plus, making them bowl 140 for longer time rather than uh, you know someone like Munaf Patel who bowled 150 at one point, but he finished at 125, 130 because we did not know how to care for him or put him in a training schedule where he would be able to bowl that pace for a longer time. And that's where America is right now, where if we have the infrastructure, if we know how to train our fast bowlers, then we will produce a lot of fast bowlers very fast. Because we do have talent, but that talent needs to be nurtured and that talent needs to be put forward in a way where they can prosper, because there's not much awareness about how to train as a fast bowler. And we will still produce batsmen and spinners. There's no doubt, because talent is there, as I said. But fast bowlers need care. Fast bowlers cannot be produced without proper setup. Speak for my franchise, Seattle Orcas. They do take a lot of efforts. Last year, they sent us to Brisbane to practice before the major league, and even now they're always in touch here and there. What are we doing and all of that? They do want players to be in their fittest form before the tournament. So even now, I think they're planning something before the league so that we can get a lot of volume in practice before the major league starts. And so is other teams, like I think I've heard both the Australian franchises or Australian run franchises, Unicorns and the Washington Freedom, they do take their players to Australia to train as well, which is a very good sign. And also, if you see, because of major league, without major league, let's say doing anything other than just doing the league, a lot of players have got a lot of exposure, so that exposure only helps. And then guys like there's you can see like at least 5 6 of current USA team players are playing in franchise leagues and big leagues, not just small leagues. And they're playing guys are playing in Big Bash, guys are playing in Bangladesh ILT20. So people are recognizing what USA cricket holds as a T20. Like especially in associate nations now, we look like a full powerhouse team where we can be very unpredictable on our days, but then when we click, we look unbeatable. So I think that awaken the world also, especially our T20 World Cup. What we did in the World Cup. The future is very bright. You can see also the youngsters actually getting chances, like Sanjay, after having a good major league. Yeah, good major league. He got a global Super League opportunity. He did well there also on low tracks. So that's very good. And and those are very bright signs for what USA cricket holds coming up. They are the future, and I must be missing a few names. But then, even below that, I've seen, because I do coach a lot, so I can see a full army of talent coming up. But it's just that how we nurture them, and the only worry I said is just how we take care of our fast bowlers. Let's say in my city, I grew up with, in the same school as Rohit Sharma, and uh, and made my debut under Wasim Jafar, or and then I've practiced or played with Sachin and all of them. So for me, those were the guys who I was looking up to. And at some point in India, at some point in America, we were not having those guys who kids wanted to look up to, right? Especially beating a world class team, Pakistan, beating them, and putting India in the corner, and almost beating South Africa as well, who were both the World Cup finalists this year. So I think putting up a show like that gave a lot of, if you see the World Cup before that, under 19 World Cup before that, our boys went, it wasn't a good show because it was like again, they didn't know what brand of cricket they wanted to play. We decided in the world before going to the World Cup was that no matter who we play in the World Cup, we will not put anybody on a pedestal. We will play our cricket. We will play fearless cricket. If we lose, we lose. But we will play fearless cricket. If it's Haris Rauf who we want to take on, we will take it on. Or if it's Babar Azam who we want to get him out, we will get him out. Or we will at least everybody hunt in pairs, and we will try to go at them rather than oh, it's Babar Azam, or it's Haris Rauf, oh, let's defend, or let's get his over out, or whatever. It's just bat and ball. The contest, we kept it very simple. Our heads were very clear, and we were playing a very good cricket. And the Bangladesh series before that gave us a lot of confidence. Again, we did well. But coming back to that under 19 cricket, I think not just under 19, but if you see overall picture in the youth side, everybody they have role models now. And like you said, there are some guys who are doing well for USA who live in Seattle. Some guys live in San Francisco. Some live in Texas. Some live in even Baltimore, or
Washington, D.C.
Atlanta,
Right.
DC area, or Chicago, anywhere. And there are academies and kids everywhere. And either the guys are playing for Major League, either the guys are playing for USA Cricket or World Franchise Cricket anywhere. They're all either doing well or rubbing shoulders against the best. So when they come back and coach the kids, their kids are also looking up. This guy played yesterday with Karen Pollard, or he played with Puran on the same team, or he bowled to Puran against yesterday, whatever. So they all know that, oh, we are rubbing shoulders against superstars and playing with the best of the best. So they start looking up to us, that yesterday this guy got Russell out. But Ali Sheikh and all the kids, everybody, Ali Sheikh also came here in ILT20 to, net bowl for Dubai
Wow.
Capitals. And Seattle Orcas only did that. So that is very good, for guys to get exposure, and to be able to come out here and bowl with the best in the nets and all of that. And Sanjay, as I said, last tournament he did well. Sai Teja is already doing well. Utkarsh, now he was with the under 19 team. Uh, they won in South Africa. See, it's all infectious, and now people don't look down on USA. When we go out there in any tournament, like even the World Cup qualifiers for 50 over cricket, or T20s and all of that, people are, I wouldn't say scared, but people respect us. People, they don't think that, oh, this is just a walkover team or anything like that. So
Right.
so all that has changed. As I said, winning is very infectious, and once you start winning, yeah, and it's also addictive in a way. So you want to win more, and that's what I think. Even the girls, if you see, they beat bigger teams, and like I've seen the girls set up as well. They don't have a lot of infrastructure, and for them to go out there and win like this, it speaks volumes. And I'm just amazed how the results they've produced as under 19 girls. It's amazing for them to qualify and then beat uh, you know proper test nations practice games, and then even coming so close to beating them in the Super Sixes. So it's very inspiring, and I don't care about we losing after putting up a fight, but the fight they've put up in every game, it speaks that USA Cricket plays that brand of cricket, and that should spread across the board, like not just men's. It should be under 19 boys, under 19 women's, and women's cricket. So I think it's very inspiring, the growth of USA Cricket, and I see USA Cricket as being one of, let's say, the next Afghanistan or someone. That failure, I feel I've enjoyed my failures more, in the sense I don't want to fail, but when I fail, uh, uh, I get to learn a lot. So there's a sense of enjoyment also, that you are evolving through it. So next time the same situation arises, what will you do, and how will you act? And and also you learn different team environments. And I was talking to our team coach also yesterday that, yes, we are losing, but I was just part of two franchises, which one came in the finals and one was one won the finals. So there's a difference in approach, where when we lose, how we approach games, and when we win, how we approach. And so that those things, when you keep switching teams, especially in franchise cricket, you will not find everything the same. But what I always say is, if you think that, you want to play for your own name always, then you will always go out there and do well, and at least have that intent. So for me, what I'm big on is, whether I fail or I succeed, is how much effort I put in the game, and whether I did justice to the game, like whatever effort part, body language, character, did I show all the intent, did I show aggression, was I aggressive enough, was I fully involved in the game or not. And even all of these 4 5 aspects, after asking myself, after all these 4 5 aspects, and if I fail, that's fine. But most of the times what happens is, when we fail, one of these 3 4 aspects is missing, whether your body language is loose, whether your attitude was not there on that day, that killer instinct was not there, you were not aggressive enough, or you were not up for the challenge. Younger kids, youths, also get scared under pressure sometimes, which is fine. Everybody goes through that phase, and slowly, with experience, you start evolving and get better. All those aspects are very important, and also realizing what's happening under pressure, that what are your thoughts. Are you scared that, oh, the batsman will hit me for 5 6 4 6, whatever? But how we transfer our thoughts into a solution mindset, then it's very hard to do it in a running game scenario. But with experience, in some situations, I'm able to do it, where if I'm stuck somewhere in a game and I have to get out of it, then I will shift my focus to a solution mindset and try to find solutions to what is exactly happening at that point, and what I need to do. So, and then most of the times I do get out, and so that those things, I think. And I think for youth, very important is that, you know Roger Federer or anyone, Rahul Dravid, everybody, we've all heard their speeches that you lose more than you win. So, and those are the best of the best in their own fields. So imagine an average athlete, or just more than average athlete, how much are they losing? So
Right.
they only those guys are only winning like 40% or 50% of what they're playing. And so anyone below their caliber is only winning maybe 30%. So you will always lose more, but how you want to lose is is in your hands, and how you want to go out there, how you want to go down losing is in your hands. Like, you want to go down fighting, or you want to go down just by accepting defeat. That's what who I am, and I don't accept defeat till the game is over. And I will try my best, everything in my power, everything which I can control. They say control the controllables. But when we lose, even after trying, we lose, then I end the game with a smile, because at the end of the day, it's a sport, and you win or lose. Next day, if you have to play a game, you start from zero again. So you don't start as a winner. You start as a competitor in the games. So that's the way the sport works. So it doesn't matter you take 5 wickets, doesn't matter you go for 50 runs. You start from zero again. That's how. If you're passionate and if you really love the sport, then not giving up is key. And everybody has different timings of success. Someone will succeed at 19, someone will 25, someone 30 or whatever. But again, that's what I call our sport as an art. That artists don't get success at a timeline. uh, you can get success any time in life. So it is an investment, but when you do, reach up there, it is very nice, and it does feel like an accomplishment, and then the fulfillment feeling of that is always there. But then not giving up is the key. Keep moving forward is the key, and always being in a solution mindset is the key, rather than sinking in your problems. And whatever the problem is, put the problem, write it on a paper, and write solutions to it. How do I get out of it, rather than sinking into it, that, oh, this problem is there now, why me, why is God doing this to me, or something like that. Rather than that, think of a solution, that, okay, I did not get selected, so what do I do about it now? I will score more runs. I will go and train like this. I was told that I'm not good on bouncers, so I will play these many pull shots or whatever. So that's like being in a solution mindset, working towards it. You might fail again, but then write down again that, okay, I will do this. You might fail again, but again, be in a solution. So not giving up plus being in a mindset of solution is the key, because your solution may not be always the right, because you're finding your own solutions. Right. As a kid. And for me also, now, after all the experiences, maybe I've taken wrong turns in life here and there, but after all that also, when I put down my solutions, I can always be wrong, but doesn't mean that I'm not good enough, or doesn't mean that anybody is not good enough. It's always trying to find solutions to any field. Basically, it works for anyone. So I think that's very important.